Alright, I'm doing this live a couple days late at this point. I don't really give a crap at all because, oh, already ready for the crowd that's about to come up. So I'm already coming strapped to the teeth with random videos for no apparent reason. But tonight's chicken chat is going to be like none other. So yeah, welcome in everyone. I know y'all are a little late to this chat. I'm doing this at like 6 o'clock on a Friday night. I'm usually like never live at a Friday night. So yeah, as y'all are starting to trickle into the stream, welcome in. Just trying to reach the 1K around here. Just trying to get my 1K and 4K watch hours. All right, everyone. Hopefully, welcome into the chat. Welcome in, everyone. Hopefully, y'all having a good day. And if y'all want the stream invite link, I will drop it in just now. So I know it might take a little bit to show up in the chat. That's just because there's a delay here. But in tonight's stream, we are going to be talking about protecting your chickens. Now, I know that's very vague. Now, protecting chickens is a big deal when it comes to, oh crap, is my internet bad? So, protecting chickens is going to be a big issue. Not really a big issue, it's not really a big thing. Now, roosters are going to be one of the main reasons why you can keep your chickens safe. And I'll actually tell you a story really quickly. So, earlier today, we were outside. Well, I was at school. I was just told the story. So we were out there, and my rooster decided to go out there and attack a hawk. Yeah, hawks are pretty bad creatures sometimes. So you know what? We welcome in GT Junior grows it. So the hawk was there, and that rooster really knows his crap because that rooster ran up him, just absolutely like wrecked him. And yeah, the hawk didn't get any of him. Waldo wasn't even hurt. He's just fine. He was attacked by a fox, almost killed by one, and yeah, I'm happy to say the rooster's still there, hopefully defending the chickens right now. And yeah, they're currently asleep, and they're currently in the coop right now because it's late. And coops are what's going to be a big issue here. You need. All right, welcome in, Old Man King Homestead. That's just fine as long as you're showing the support on the stream. That's cool enough. So yeah, I will say, leaving the like on the videos does help out a lot because if my videos get more likes, I can get these out to more people. And yeah, other than that, I will say getting up to the 1K is my main goal, but I know it's a little ambitious, especially for my channel size. Still, maybe a couple, I don't know, maybe a month or two until I probably get near to that. So yeah, let's try to get there right now. And yeah, other than that, let's start up. So protecting your chickens, especially when it comes to chicken coops, is going to be a big thing. So you need a really good chicken coop. Now, the easiest way to build a chicken coop is to think of it like this. So you have some chickens, right? And these chickens, what they're gonna do is they're going to be sleeping in the coop. So I want you to imagine your finished chicken coop right now. So if you're about to get chickens, or you already have chickens, you're building a chicken coop. I want you to close your eyes for a second. You don't have to do this, and if you're driving, don't do this. But close your eyes for 1 second, and I want you to your finished product, your finished chicken coop. And once you've envisioned your finished chicken coop, imagine every single exploit that could be possible on the chicken coop. Now imagine a predator breaking into the chicken coop. It could be a coyote, fox, bobcat, anything. Welcome to the chat, Lash's Journey. And yeah, just imagine those for 1 second. And then, when you've imagined those, welcome in OCD-ish chick. It's been a while since I've seen you on a chat. But imagine the predator getting into the chicken coop, and then, once it's there, now think of a way you can seal off the predator. You might want to go onto YouTube and look it up. Now we're going to be going over keeping chickens safe in their coops from all of these different things, and yeah, let's show you. So you have hawks. Now, one of the harder ways to keep hawks out is to put up netting. Now, netting is going to be a little bit harder to deal with, especially because, let's just say you put up the netting, and oh, it's awful. We tried to do that not that long ago, and it was crying painful. That was how awful it was. We had to take it down. It wasn't worth it. Because netting, it doesn't help. It does help, and it does help keep the chicken safe, but netting is a pain and can take hours to set up if you even have that sort of patience. So if you don't have that patience, don't set up netting. It's not that hard. And yeah. Other than that, there's some other stuff we should also talk about in this chat. Other predators too. So foxes, these are going to be something. These are going to be especially no matter where you live. Foxes are going to be a big deal. No matter where you are, these foxes are going to come in. They're going to potentially be taking your chickens. They're going to be out there, chasing them down, and they can kill up to 5 or 6 at a time. Now, if they have a couple, I don't know. Let's just say they have young foxes. I can't remember what they're called. So let's just say they have those young foxes. They'll go there. They'll wipe out an entire flock. No issue right there. So you need to keep them safe from foxes. Now, the easiest way is to build a secure run. Now, foxes, what they'll do is they're small. They're small, maybe a little bit bigger than a large house cat. So what they'll do is they'll climb under that fence, because they're small. They'll sniff their way through, like a dog. And when they're through, they will get to the other side and they will wreck your flock. So just be very careful when it comes to that stuff. And other than that, foxes are a pain, so you might want to have to find a way to get them out, and the easiest thing you can do there is secure it to the ground. Now they can also dig, so if you're putting them in a permanent location, especially if you're in a smaller yard, you could especially put a fence underground. Now I would recommend going a foot underground, and also a 7-foot tall fence around the yard if you're keeping them in a permanent location. Now, if you aren't keeping them in a permanent location, you can move them across many areas, which should keep them maybe about 20 or 30% safer from this. Now, 20 to 30% isn't a huge amount, but it's good enough to hopefully keep the damn foxes out. Welcome in, G Mama Grows. And yeah, other than that, yeah, there's several ways to keep the foxes out, because these foxes are going to be coming in there. They're going to be rectifying the flock. They're going to be just going in there. They're going to be welcome in, Micro.
Wow.
Just catching you live earlier today, having some microphone issues, but it looks like it's fixed at this point.
All right. What's going on, man? I hope you get these watch hours up. I hope you got some of that watch hours up. What happened to your mic? Don't wait till I get up here and have mic trouble. Hey, hello everybody. Hello. Let me see. Here we go. Everyday Chick, Last Journey. Thank you, Old Man King, Homestead, G Mama Grow, GT. What's going on, everybody? Everybody, thank y'all for supporting the young man here. The chick. Who now?
Yeah, sorry about that.
Welcome, everyone. So y'all do your thing. Make sure this young man get up there. Young man, keep him focused on getting what he need to get.
Yeah. Getting these 1K, I don't know how long it took you to get the 1K, but for me it's taking a little bit of time and effort.
You're gonna get there, bro. You at 680 something. By the night you be 700. Guarantee.
And yeah, I just want to say, if you need anything, like you might need a quick chicken video, I got you covered. I can send you a chicken video through my email, which I can easily send anyone a chicken video if you need a quick video or short. Now, for me, keeping that thing up there, keeping the views and subscribers going, that's what's keeping the channel alive. That's what's up right now. That's what we need. Yeah. And yeah, the 1K, I don't know if I've told all of you this, because it's been a while since I've had all of you in the stream chat, but there are these group of morons in my school that'll go around. They'll be like, oh, if you don't reach 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, we will have a surprise for you in the hallway. And yeah, that's the only. And
Gee, man, don't worry about that. The chicken, go to the police, go to the cops, man. If the cops won't do nothing, you come get microphone. I send some guns. I send some goons up there for you, bro.
Yeah,
I send goons up there to take care of your town for you, bro. If the cops won't do nothing, then I'll send some goons up there for you. I got goons in Hartford, Connecticut, Bridgeport, Connecticut. I got stuff around you. I got some cats come out of Boston to jump on you. Them Irish boys. Got a few of them Irish boys, Yeah. Well, then take care of them little punks.
Well, I mean, welcome to high school. What do you expect?
I don't know what to tell you, man. But see, that's the problem with America, y'all. He in a predominant Caucasian community, but then he has issues just like everybody else, y'all. It's just it gets peed off when you got punks messing with a young man like this. You know, it just irks me, man. From where I come from, it just irks me. Like, why are you bothering the kid? You know,
Yeah. And then
like
there's also the group of kids in my school that are fine with the channel. They enjoy it. They watch the videos. And then earlier this morning, there was one of them saying that in a few years I'll have a lot of subscribers. So I'll be pulling people out. Not really like that, but like they'd be like, "Oh, you're gonna pull some bitches in a few years." And I'm like, "Are you sure about that?" And they're like, "Oh, you'll probably have like 200,000 subscribers in a few years." I'm like, "It's possible, but you know."
yeah, you'll get there, man. You just gotta stay focused, man. I
Yeah.
don't know about where y'all went to high school. That ain't my high school. My high school shit, it'd be police officers outside. You get a beef going on, the principal and all everybody be like calling it. It'd be 5 all up and down the New York streets. Like, you don't have no issues. I don't know. But listen, man, stay focused, man. I told you, man, I don't want to watch my news. I know these people are not in your state. I'm in the state. I don't want to get, we don't, y'all don't get a lot of local news that goes on here. I don't want to hear about a young kid lost his shit.
And I remember that quote from like.
I hope you're focused, man, chicken, where you're not letting this bother you, bro. I'm seriously, this is where I'm glad you get an opportunity to tell and talk to somebody about it, man. But yeah, man, just don't lose your crap up there. I don't want to watch the news. I was just watching the news today in our city, in our state. A lot of dumbness going on. A guy got $4 million bail, man. It's ridiculous because he reviews. He just did heed to a what's called a protection order.
Yeah.
$4 million, man.
Wow.
So dude, like he made my little bail look like shit. 2 pennies in a bucket. Oh God, I can tell you some story. My bail was up there, boy. I was like, shit. I was in that high bail situation. Like, I'm over there with cartel niggas. I'm like, his $4 million bail was like, he made my little bail look like a food stamp, a $5 food stamp. You know how much $4 million bail is, man? On a protection order, it ain't like he killed nobody. He just refused to let things go. They gave him $4 million, man. $4 million bond bail, man. I'm sitting up here like, damn, bro. And he ain't kill nobody. He just refused to be. He won't let it go. Let it go. Let it go.
Trying not to get copyrighted stream impossible version.
No, I'm doing a voiceover. They ain't gonna copyright that one.
Yeah, I remember a while ago.
Got that dog in the house. Let it
Well, the chicken, I just stopped in to show you some support, man. That's all. I got to get back to this job, but I'll holler at you. Keep on doing what you're doing, man.
We don't say jobs no more. We say get back to that bag. Get that bag. We don't say get back to no job. That's old school job. Get back to that bag. Get back to that
all
bag.
right, y'all.
Yeah. Shit, coins is out the box almost. Get them coins now.
Yeah.
Go get that bag. Yeah, but I'm glad you're here. So now your thing is about keeping chicken safe. So what you was talking about? I just got up here. Your thing is talking about chicken safety.
Yep. So basically, we were talking about how foxes, they're big risks to chickens, and building up the chicken coop to make it the most secure as possible. And if you're in a small backyard, like I know you are, in like a normal suburban backyard, maybe probably a little bit bigger than a normal suburban backyard because you have a lot of shit in there. But if you're building that up, like you need to like for me, the best way I can build a chicken coop to keep the fucking predators out there, you need to close your eyes for a second and then like envision like the finished chicken coop, and then envision a predator getting in there and seeing how it'll get in there, maybe find a weak spot or something like that, and then try to patch it up as best as possible. And that's actually the way how we've prevented several predator attacks. Now, I was also talking about how earlier today, I have a rooster Waldo. I'm pretty sure you've heard him. I mean, earlier on my channel, he was sort of an asshole, but nowadays he's okay. I'm not really around him that much. But I heard earlier today there was a red-tailed hawk flew right into that damn chicken yard, try to get a chicken or two, and that rooster can kick ass. Because he flew at that motherfucker, and man, that hawk left there feeling like a retard after that. He was in like so much pain. I don't even think he was in that much pain. I think the hawk was like Wow, that rooster can really put up a fight, man.
I mean, I know your parents probably. You gotta, what deer netting? Deer net will help if you got um, an open top. I mean, I got worse for now. Like when you talk about just about that foxhound, we got a hawk. It flies up. Got a couple of them around here, whatever. That's not at least the work. They can't get in the cage. The round what we got here, man, is shit. Besides the big ass coyote that comes across my yard every night is shit. We got bobcats now here. Bobcats are down here like shit. I mean, I was worried about the coyote and the little fox, but the little foxes, we got bobcats out here now. Where I'm at, there's a bobcat sighting constantly. They are down here where I'm at now. Man, I wish a fox. A fox is like the least of our problems. That bobcat is a beanbag. Bobcat can jump 6 feet high, man. Just clear that fence any day. But the good thing is I have dogs, Yeah. Well, even a dog with a bobcat is like my puppy. She's still small, but usually when you have dogs that deter a bobcat, unless that bobcat is determined and hungry, your dog might become a meal.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people think a bobcat is a small cat, but it's not that small of a cat.
So, like, one of our neighbors goes hunting on our property since we have a bunch of old tree stands here. Mm-hmm. And what happened was he was up in one of those tree stands and he saw a couple bobcats out there. And man, up here we have them every.
What happened to your mic? Your mic? Yeah, so we had bobcats up here in Connecticut. I mean, well, we didn't have them this lowered on the low part of where I'm at in Connecticut, but now they are here. They are moving on due to, I believe, a lot of development going on around Connecticut. So they're moving closer where food and it's easy prey. So a lot of times they develop in these nice townhomes and luxury apartment buildings, luxury homes, or whatever they are. They're moving certain animals into certain areas where they don't normally be. Like usually here, we have fox, we have a coyote, and we got a couple of coyotes. Usually they all stay. The coyotes will stay around scavenging through the mall that's near me. Even a fox will be out there in the mall area at night through the parking lots. So you be out there late night. They be scavenging for the restaurants and stuff like that. What did we notice about here in our area now? We don't see no more raccoons. I don't know if someone's eating the raccoons, but there used to be a big population of raccoons here where, in the middle of the night, you'll see them rattling through your garbage can, walking up and down the road. The population of raccoons in our community right now is probably down to 0. They are gone. I haven't seen a raccoon at all.
Yeah, that's the same for me up here. The last time I saw a raccoon was 2020 when we had to rescue a raccoon from it almost getting hit by a car, and that was like the last time I've ever seen a raccoon around here. But I see them dead on the road all the time. Like you always see them dead on the road, but like never see them anywhere.
You never see them dead on the road now. You go down driving through the highway, you don't see no dead raccoons. You'll see a dead coyote. You might see a dead domestic cat that decided he's going to cross the highway instead of crossing the street. He didn't try to go out there and cross a highway and get smashed up.
Man, my chicken almost got hit by a car the other night. This was a couple weeks ago, actually. So, we have silver Wyandottes. We used to have a few. Now we only have one. The silver Wyandotte named Silver. Now, Silver was, Silver's the dumbass of the flock. And Silver, what she did was so she was out there and, the chickens enjoy escaping their yard because, well, that's just the thing they do. They jump over the fence, they escape, and Silver decided to, go in the middle of the road, and it was 11 o'clock. We were driving down the road. The chickens usually go to bed at like 5:30. So imagine how long she was just chilling in that motherfucking road for. A couple hours, and she was still alive. And we picked up that chicken. That chicken was so hard to get in. She was being an idiot, and she somehow survived. I mean, she was the same chicken that would sit up in the roof rafters of the chicken coop just to eat the damn foam. I don't know if you've ever had issues with chicken eating the damn.
I don't have foam. I don't have no installation. Nah, I got that. But they ain't got. But this is the way I think you should. If anybody was to build a chicken run or a chicken, whatever you want to call it, chicken run. I would say a run because that's where usually your housing is better. If you build it, because more likely you're either going to use a shed or existing shed, and you just look for loose boards and stuff like that, and make sure you cover. But the chicken run, the way I designed my chicken run which I didn't do it when I built it because I learned over the time. The best way to do it is put your chicken house out, do your square box, and then put your wire on it, staple your wire, and then either you or 2, 3 people flip it over so you'll know exactly the nothing could dig from under to get into your chicken coop. So if you build a chicken run and then you try to do staples and stuff like that, you might fool around and mess up the game. So what I would recommend anybody is to say like you take this is your floor in the wood, you put the wood this way, go over with hard cloth wire, chicken wire, and then when you got it all nice and done, you flip it, boom, you flip it, boom. Now the wire is actually protected. Even the weight of the wood, the side wood is going to hold that down. So you got to worry about nothing ever digging up into your chicken run and coming in. Then the sides, you just go ahead and do what you got. What you do the chicken wall, and then you go with some 2x3s, and you make sure you use some screws to actually hold the chicken wire together. So even if a raccoon or something like a wolf or a coyote or don't pull the staples out. A lot of people use staples to do their chicken coops. So I'll say actually when you staple it, put a piece of wood with some screws through it so it actually holds the wire together so nothing can pull the staples out. Mm-hmm. All right, good night, Old Man King Homestead. Yeah, so you want to be able to do stuff like that, you know. So that's the way I say safe. And this is one thing I learned. Lights don't mean nothing. Lights, even though people put lights and put floodlights out there, lights are something that go out there. I learned the time here, lights don't deter animals.
Yeah.
Everybody used to back in the days, light deter animals. The light pops up. The animals don't leave no more. They done got so used to lights where they're not scared if a light kicks on. They just.
I mean, that damn raccoon we had here a couple years ago, that raccoon, like, it was over there near the chickens. So we used to have our chickens over there. I think it was about 11 at the time. So those chickens were over there, and that raccoon, I remember it was nighttime. We were just chilling in the house, you know, just about to go to sleep. And then the damn raccoon, because we had the lights out outside, came right up to the front door. And it would keep going there. We tried to give it snacks, but it would keep coming back. And when we finally got it to like somewhere, I think it was somewhere in like southern Connecticut, the damn raccoon finally didn't come back. But that raccoon was having some issues because it kept coming up to the front door, and not only that, but like coyote that ran through the yard maybe like 3 days before I moved the chickens outside. I mean, there's snow on the ground and shit. Like the coyote just comes through, and the dogs were barking at it, and it was nighttime. Light was flicked right on, and well, it was just walking through the snow. I think there was maybe like 7 inches of snow on the ground that day, and the coyote was just walking through that snow. The dogs were barking at it. It just came right to the light. However, since I have younger siblings that are like really young, coyotes are now scared to be around us.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I got one that comes across every night. Comes right across because the neighbors behind me doesn't have a fence from the other side of the woods on the other side of the highway. It walks this way and go into the 73 acres of woodland. We have a fox. We have coyotes. One that, like I said, the coyote comes through every night. Wherever when she go to bow down or he or bow whatever, comes over, jump. I put a fence, but she done leaped over the fence now. She jumps off the ledge and into the woods. The fox did the same thing. The other day I was standing down here talking to somebody. The fox, that's why I felt the fox was rabbit, because it came out like around, I would say 11 o'clock in the morning, maybe somewhere around 11, 12-ish o'clock. The damn fox walked right past my neighbor's front yard and went on about her business and went down towards the other side of the woods. Like, that's why I said you don't see a fox in the daytime walking. Usually they're nocturnal, but this fox, I said, it might have been rabid or very hungry where it was looking for food, or it had pups or something, you know? Y'all call fox kits or rabbits? I mean, rabbits. Pups or kits? What they call kits?
I think it's called kits, but I don't know.
Yeah. Well, she might either that, it was very hungry, rabbit, or it had to feed babies. Like it might have some pups or something, or kits, what you want to call them. So, because you normally see a fox in the daytime. That's like you don't normally see a raccoon in the daytime. Either something disturbed where it lived, or it's rabbit, is sick. That's the only time you're gonna usually see a raccoon in the daytime, broad daylight.
Don't know if you've ever had to deal with like predators near your rabbits yet, because I know you have rabbits, and like I've
Yeah,
never really had to deal with.
you know what? I think I don't have a problem with any type of that type of predator type thing because my dogs use my backyard. So dogs are just like wolves. Like people say they get wolf and coyote piss and pee because my dogs piss against the fence line and poop against the fence line. I think that keeps a lot of predators out of here anyway, if they was to come here, because they smell the dog urine, which the dog is nothing but a ancestry of a wolf. You know what I mean? It's a cousin of a wolf. So a lot of people, they take their dogs off the property and walk them on other people's property, which I don't appreciate. That's why I thank God gave me my house, because if you walk your dog on my property, your dog poop on my property, you'd be out there with a bag or something. But my dogs, I train them to urinate and feed and poop against the fence line. So not only that probably deters certain animals and stuff like that from their urine and a poop scent that's around the fence line, that might work. Now, I'm not a scientist, but I'm assuming that's what worked. Now, the only thing that did come across here twice that I know of is a skunk, and my dog, my older dog, got hit twice. She got hit one time, and she got hit one time again. Like you would think she'll learn from the first time, but she went after a skunk and got hit again. So it is what it is. But she haven't had no problems. I haven't smelled the skunk yet. Usually around this time of year, you would smell like around the fall area. You would smell them spraying all kind of, I don't know if they mating or trying to mate. You actually can smell them skeeting out there. So sometimes you can come out in the morning, you can smell the skunk smell.
I've not had to deal with skunks yet for a while. Last one was probably, I don't know, Thanksgiving of 2011 or something like that, when our cat was hit by the skunk. But that was the only time I think that we've ever had to deal with a skunk.
Yeah.
But, man, those skunks, they are awful. They can even take it out on a chicken or two occasionally.
Oh yeah. So that's the only thing we worry about now. We got a warning here down here is deer warning. I mean, because it's mating season for the deers now.
Yeah.
So they was telling us, as you come. Well, I'm near this highway. I'll call it a parkway. If anybody know what a parkway or a route is, a Route 15, which there's no lights on Route 15 here where I'm next to. There is no lights. There's near lights on that road. So if you're coming up that parkway or what you want to call a route, that's like a highway. I mean, some people call it a parkway, whatever. Yeah, you better be careful in the middle of the night, because that's what I say. If nobody's coming to it, put your high beams on, because you can have a deer running from a female deer or a male running from another male deer, run out front of your car. And this time of year, yeah, you're going to see some deers laying out there and some cars messed up and car parts out there, especially especially Friday night, Saturday morning. You can go out there and get you some Honda parts. You can go get you a couple of bumpers out there. If you was a used car dealership, yeah, you can go get some parts out there, because those kids that come back from New York City partying, coming back at 2-3 o'clock in the morning, yeah, they're going to hit a deer. Especially around Thanksgiving time. Oh, yeah, they're going to smash some deers, tear up their vehicles. That happens every year up on this route here. And you'll think they'll learn by now. Like, you come up here in the middle of the night, coming out of a club at 3-4 o'clock in the morning from New York City, and you zooming doing 90 miles an hour coming up, because I don't know if you know what Route 15 is like, but we call it the express lane to come through Connecticut. You can fly at 90 miles an hour. There's no room for a cop to sit on the side. There's no shoulder. So people do tend to fly over the speed limit. What is this? Oh, okay.
I mean, like, there's people flying up my road potentially sometimes at like 50 miles per hour, even though it's a 25. People come flying up this road. I remember we went to like this speed thing where like show those things that show the speed and shit. There was once one there, and I was out at night, and this car comes zipping up the road. It says 69.
Yeah. Dang. Yeah, I was just got an email.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if anybody know Gail Southern Living.
Yeah,
her sister, she just hit me up. She emailed me. Yeah, her sister got hit by a car. Her sister lives in Colorado. She got hit by a car. She's in a coma, her sister, and she was just emailing me. Let me just read this real quick. Okay, talk. I'm just gonna read what she said.
So yeah. Yeah, I heard that news in Microformer's stream earlier today. I was there for occasional because my internet kept cutting out. My microphone had some issues with it. But I did hear that her sister was in a coma or something like that. Because wasn't she like hit by a car or something like that?
Yeah, okay. She got hit by a car in Colorado. Her mom and her brother is up there. They made it there, or going up, I believe. That's what she said. She's going up to Colorado because Gail lives in Texas. So her mom and her brother, somebody's going up to Colorado. That sucks. You know, it sucks. It sucks real big time sucks.
Yeah. I don't even know how fast that car is hitting her at, but if that car was speeding up at like 70 miles per hour, then that would be a much bigger deal, probably.
I mean, shoot, you can get hit by a car going 25 miles an hour. I can put you in a coma. It depends on how you land. Because I'm assuming that she probably hit the back of her head, got hit, and flew back and probably hit the back of her head and put her in a coma. Because usually that's what happens, when you're into car accidents and stuff, where it hits you and you go flying in the air, you come back, you get hit, fall on your back, boom, but you hit your head on the street or whatever, and that's what does more damage. That does more damage than you being actually hit by the car. It's the way you go back and you hit the back of your head or land on your neck or something like that. It depends on how far you went up or how far you went back. And usually it's the reason why you went back and you hit the back of your head, and that would put you in a spotlight. But I feel bad because it's a holiday season. People in comas never come out sometimes, or it takes a long time to come out. And if they do come out, sometimes they're not correct in the head. They brain damage, bleeds, and stuff like that. And motor functions are not the same ever again. Yeah, so my prayers go out to her and the family. And it just
that person. I remember someone came on your stream later in the stream, and he said that what was that person that he said passed away or something like that?
Oh yeah, man, that's another. It's like well, it's not two, but in the last couple of weeks, some people have been erased from the planet. That we know, YouTubers, and that's what I say. It's so sad about today here, today gone tomorrow type stuff. And it was a young lady that lives here in Connecticut. Well, she's not young; she's an older lady. And I thought it was her because I thought he just got the news recently. But this was another YouTuber that she was a nice lady. She used to get on, she used to joke with us and get on my case like Miss OG, Miss Shirley was getting on my case like that. We used to joke around, and she's gone. She was just died just before her 61st birthday, man. That's what I was saying. It's crazy. What happened was she went to the hospital, something, she wasn't feeling good, whatever. And this is where I say so funny with people with cancer and stuff is that sometimes your body doesn't even let you know you're super sick. And that's what happened to her. She found that she had lung cancer and took her like that. It was like a here today, gone tomorrow. I'm not saying she was here today and gone actually tomorrow, but it didn't take her long to, leave the planet, not leave the planet, but leave the breathing side of the planet. You know what I mean? And it was like, wait a minute, and she was a YouTuber, and she just before her 61st birthday, she didn't even make 60 for fucking one, and that's sad because me and him is 55. I'm like, she was just a couple of shy days of being 61, gone, wow. So you're not guaranteed to be here 70, 65, and that where the reality comes for me and a lot of other people. It's like you're not guaranteed tomorrow. Nobody. We take it granted. I got another this. I got another this. You don't know what you got. You go in with a little headache, and next thing you know, you got a brain tumor. You go in for this little thing, and they're like, you only got 8 months to live. You go in for this, you don't come out. I mean, I had a friend, his kid was going for a regular routine. A coworker of mine, back in the days, his kid went in for a regular routine tonsil, taking out your tonsil, like most kids were getting their tonsil removed back in the days. Went in, healthy kid. Went in for simple day surgery, right? Tonsil removal. Never came back. It never came back out. They couldn't stop. They cut the tonsil and the tonsil wouldn't stop bleeding. The kid bled out. Kid bled out. Like wow. Like something simple like that. Like you think that's an easy simple surgery. You never I mean it happens, but I'm just saying it was just one of those things. Like wait, your kid went just for a tonsil removal and when they cut the tonsil, whatever they cut, they couldn't stop the bleeding. Kid bled out. And it's like young kid too. The kid was like I think 11. I think the kid was 11 or 12 years old, something like that. And he was. I ain't gonna lie to you. He was never right after that. I mean, it's one of those things. I was like, whoa. Like you went in for a simple surgery that you thinking, oh yeah, we was gonna go in, boom, boom. And the kid didn't make it out. So I was like, says when it's your time, it's your time.
Yeah. Like my time could come right as soon as I hop off the stream. It could be in like 2 weeks. Could be anytime. You don't even know, and it could like happen right in the middle of the stream. I don't know. It could happen anytime.
Yeah.
It could happen to anyone at any time. Isn't
Yeah.
there like every like 5 or 6 seconds people like exit? And like I've noticed a lot of people being erased out of the earth recently. I don't know why, but like I've noticed a lot of people be leaving this earth, and it honestly makes me kind of upset. And the fact that like a lot of people in our community, like, didn't you say that there was like someone who lost their life like when you were doing like a streamer event like at the end of
that's
2021?
Grandpa Prepper. Grandpa Prepper was in New Year's Eve live with me, and the guy that came up, the man that came up was Crazy Ed, but his Ozark Living. He was on our live. Nikki, the OCD chick, we know, great guy. Grandpa Prepper, his videos are still up. You can go check them out.
Yeah, I'm actually subscribed to him.
And yeah, he was on our New Year's Eve live, right? Had a nice time. In the morning, he was gone. We seen his nephew come up. I thought it was like some type of like, why is somebody's on his channel? His nephew came up and said, sorry to tell y'all, his uncle passed. It was like, wait a minute, he was just on he was just in the live on New Year's Eve, and just like that, as I'm saying, so many people you take it for granted every day. You take it for granted, man. And I feel bad for people like that. I mean, it's just you don't know. That's why like your health is your main concern. I understand people talk, but you have to do your checkups. And even with your checkups doesn't guarantee anything. You can have a checkup last week and be gone tomorrow. But just stay on top of your health. Watch what you eat. Go get your checkups. Like I said, I'm 55. I talk a lot of crap, bullshitting around people. At the same time, health is where it's at. I done hurt both of my shoulders in the last 3 years. I done had 2 shoulder, surgeries, man. Like jacking yourself up, just falling off the chair and hit the edge of the table, tore up a shoulder, tore this one up, one time, and then turn around and tore up the other shoulder. Like it's like, it could have been worse. I mean, I don't know. It's just like. That's why I said right now, slowing down on that little sippy sip stuff. Every now and then give me a little sip, but yeah, you can't go around falling out and getting hurt at that 55. You don't heal up right. Mm-hmm.
And even at my age, like if I did get a serious injury, like at my age especially, like younger people like me, there's a lot of like sensitivity in my body, so it would be like, so if like there was to be like a really bad injury, there'd be like a small chance that I wouldn't make it through that injury or something like that. I mean, I've came really close to death a couple times in my life. Okay. Recently, the most recent one I can recall was when I was just about dragged off a cliff by some ice, almost died by that day. That was 2016, 2017. There's a lot of ice. I was in a group, we were hiking up, and I almost fell off the damn cliff, and I somehow survived that.
Wow. Yeah. So yeah, this I just like you see the actor, the guy, the comedian, the little short comedian, he just passed. I don't know. They say tragic. I don't know how tragic. I didn't go and read the thing there. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. Just be careful. Like I said, nothing, do what you got to do. Try to make a difference in life. And don't let nobody bother you, man. Like I know you always talk about these little kids in your school, man. It's crazy how, they say it's high school, but I just don't like somebody just messing with somebody. Unless, if you're not messing with them, and they just mind it, like, you just mind your business, try and get your education and go to school, and they just have nothing else better to do to mess with you, man. It just irks the beanbags out of me, bro. Even when I was a young kid, young in your age, like, it just bothered me. Like, kid ain't bothering me. Like, why are you messing with you? You could beat him. He's scrawny, he's skinny kid. You a jock or whatever. You can fight, but you're picking on a kid that more likely he has no wins. I mean, really, he has no wins, and that would piss me off about guys who just try to get a rep off a kid that just ain't a fighter. You already know he's not a fighter. He's not gonna. But you're gonna pick one and call you son. And then you got the dumb kids over there laughing like it's all fucking good. But as I say, I don't want in Connecticut, a lot of stuff don't hit the national news. Just don't want to hear about a kid,
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to hear about like this kid in Litchfield just lost his shit because you've been talking about this individual kid that keep messing with you, man.
Yeah, I remember that motherfucker. Like he'd be like every day, talking shit about me with his little gang of emo pricks, and he would be like, "Oh, my name is
Either you talk to your parents, maybe your parents can go to the school, but then I know you live in that type of small town. I think some people might know what I'm talking about, but they don't know. Small towns, sometimes the police department is the goddamn kid's nephew or cousin or some shit, and you just make things worse sometimes. And you think you're trying to protect your child, but at the same time you make it worse because those small little towns is very cliquish, and it sucks, man. It just sucks that you're a young kid there. So I mean, so much that a kid can take. And I know, by hearing the news, there's so much of these little kids ain't taking that crap too much lightly, especially here. I don't know about anybody else, but I know when I click on that news, I'll be hearing about this and the third, and I'm like, wow, it just don't hit national news. It hits our news, but it doesn't hit national news. And it's what it is. That's what I'm saying. You always talk about this kid that's talking about if you don't hit this, there's gonna be something happen to you in the hallway. But then I'm like, maybe you might have to go to I don't know how big your police department is. I know it's a tough decision to make because it makes it seem like you're a wuss if you went and go snitch on. But at the same time, man, you gotta somebody's gotta say something. Either you go talk to a dean or a teacher or principal, but then again, I'm not there to tell you because I can't protect you. I'm down here, you over there. So I ain't gonna tell you no shit. But I don't know, man. I know people get mad when I say that. People go, "Who are you telling that?" I'll be honest with you, man. Like I hate that crap, I do hate it, but I'm trying to tell you the right way. If you feel that, you need to talk to the principal about this nonsense that's going on with you, man. Or either take it to your parents. I mean, maybe your parents can talk to his parents or go to the school, at least make a formal complaint in case you do lose your shit. It's on paper that they made complaints about this situation that's going on with their kid. I don't know, man. Man, I got kids in school. I got my 2 little girls up here in school, man. And those are the things I'm dreading right there. So, but then again, my kids are growing they growing up to kick butts and take names and phone numbers and addresses. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I might get a call. Somebody, hey, you got to come get your kid. Because like I said, we don't have no cousins here in New York. So it's only them 2. So they're going to have to battle that. Things jump off of them. They just go ahead and take care of their business. And I'll deal with the other stuff going to the schoolhouse or whatever. But they're not to be troublemakers now. That's the way I grew up. You're not a troublemaker. You don't go mess with nobody, but you defend yourself to the fullest. If you got to punch somebody's eyeballs out, then you got to do what you got to do and let dad or mom come. Well, dad's going to go. Mom ain't going to really go because I teach them like my dad told me, bust their chops and call it the day. At least they know they don't mess with you no more. Like, yeah, stand up for you what you want. But if you got a bunch of kids want to, grab you and hold you down to the locker or push you in the locker or something.
I mean, that's like the most stereotypical high school shit you can ever see. I mean, that's like everywhere. Like, they'd be shoving kids in these motherfucking lockers, and they'd be calling people nerds, and they'd be like, "Hey, nerd, look at this. Oh, you're such a fucking nerd." And they'll just shove them at the fucking locker. I've never had to deal with a locker shove, but I've had to deal with some actual retards in my school, though.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. I'm like, as I'm hearing, I know you're a YouTuber. You try to do good things and teach adults about chicken and raising chickens and stuff like that. And this is where I say, the older brothers, I think you're the oldest, right?
Yeah.
So you ain't got nobody to go help you do battle unless you got a cousin or a brother or something behind you or whatever. And then you might have been raised not to be a fighter, I don't know. So you choose to just look the other way. But yeah, man, but it's just sickening because I know a lot of people was in different towns and stuff, but I know how Connecticut is because I live in next to these stupid towns you're talking about. So their kids is beanbags, man. I mean, real beanbags. But they only do that to kids they know they can do that shit to. And mine's a punch in your jaw piece, you know what I mean? Like literally lay you out. Um, and then they see me coming to schools and stuff. So I'm involved with my kids on, like I said, the cello, soccer, gymnastics, swimming. So people do see me and they're like, oh, and where I sometimes talk to some people, they be like, oh, we ain't gonna mess with him. Leave, you know, how you doing, sir? Yeah, keep it moving, keep it moving, you know. Because you got some beanbag parents, you know, that they just gotta know I'm not that one. You will never be on some stupidness with me. I'll put the lights out. I just, you know, but it is what it is. But yeah, I just want you to focus on, enjoy your YouTube.
Yeah.
Don't let those young cats or whatever. Hopefully they grow out of it. Hopefully without really doing something to hurt you or something like that at the school, man. But if I'm just giving you some advice. If it gets really out of here, man, then you need to go to mom and dad and try to solve this problem instead of trying to take it on in your own hands. Because I know if you've been watching Connecticut News, a few kids and took that shit in their own hands and got themselves in trouble.
Yeah.
Because they wouldn't go tell their mom, or they thought they was going to get in trouble. They told their mom and they did it on their own. They took care of the situation on their own with a couple of jigs. They did some Jason type shit on the kids. Sad, but it is what
these kids, they're also saying some really fucked up shit in school that, like, actually is, like, disgusting, genuinely disgusting. They dropping all these bad words on people. They be calling people stupid shit, and I'd be like,
I hope they're not putting their hands on you. You know what I'm saying? I hope you're not, pushed down on the ground and tripped in the hallway and just. As long as they young their mouth, as long as they don't touch you, man. If they touch you, man, press charges. I don't know if they go file a police report, put charges against their asses. Don't even let them get away with it. If they push you in the locker, lock their ass up for an assault, bro. Then they let the people know, like, don't play with him. He's not just going to take it and just walk away. Lock their asses up, bro. Get them up with a charge, bro. I don't know. Like I said, that's the only thing, I can say, otherwise, but just keep doing what you're working. Like I said, you're growing your channel. You're doing good. You're 600. You say 680 something now.
82.
682. By next week, you'll be in your sevens. By the way, I ain't gonna lie. You keep pushing. You'll be there. You're gonna grow, man. You're gonna get that 1K by Christmas, man.
Yeah.
Just gotta keep pushing. Watch your cursing. That's all I've been telling you about. I understand you. You get a little frustrated, a little flutter, you let them F-bombs go off, So that's going to be another thing that you're probably going to work like I did on it.
Yeah.
You're going to you ain't going to stop totally cussing.
Yeah. But, I can crack down on it, though.
Yeah, try to crack down on it. You be doing the flippity flam, like the Flanders from The Simpsons. You know how he cuss. Just go to flippity flam, the beanbags. Try to use alternative words. We'll put the words in for you. That's why I'll be like beanbags, and I'll start trying to use different words and stuff. They're like, what the hell's a beanbag? Then they go, oh, yeah. He just didn't curse. Let them fill in the gap for themselves. Yeah, like that mother beanbag, that mother fluffer, that fluffer, you just start using the word, because even though you're young and a lot of people are older than you that's following you, a lot of people won't say nothing to you, but at the end of the day, I can tell you, it throws them off that they know that you're a young kid cussing like a sailor. They get offended when I cuss. So I know, imagine a young man, young boy, or young man coming up in the deck cussing. So you'll grow. People. So just like I said, it's a work in progress. So you can't go from cussing half all your life to just dead stop cold turkey. So that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
But start trying to train yourself to go, yeah, this beanbag at my school is bean pie, whatever, Start trying to fill in some words that you can actually use as supplements to get your point across.
Yeah.
That's it, man. But otherwise, you're doing good, man. Like I said, I remember when you talk about, I'm not going to make it to 500. It's taking forever. Now you at 682, and it's just going to get better. You're going to wake up one morning, it's going to be 1,000 on that joint. You're going to wake up like I did. I woke up, I was at 1,000. what? I was only at six something, six something, six something. And next thing I know, I woke up, I was already at a 1K. I was like, off of one video, whatever happened, I hit 1K.
It was Come and Talk with Michael, right? That video. It was
Yeah,
the live
short.
about 2000.
Yeah, but that was short. I'm talking about subs. I was only at
Yeah,
6 change, and then I woke up one morning, I had a K. I had my
yeah.
one.
It was that live, but you think I did it feel up? I think you did it for like 2 hours. I wasn't able to hop on it. Well, I don't
Yeah, but
remember.
I didn't get no subscribers off that. I didn't get no real subscribers off that. I did a live, right? But
Yeah.
woke up in the morning, and there wasn't that many people in my live, but I woke up in that morning, I had 1K. I was like, what the who? What? And then it went down like 90, 198, 998, and then it went back up. Then it went 1.1, and then it went up.
Yeah.
I'm looking at 1.3.
Yeah.
Now I'm
Your
at
channel has like this
40
thing
something.
of like your channel has like this thing of random growth spurts on your channel. Like I noticed you go from like 1.06 all the way up to 1.2, or like sometimes like I remember right as soon as you came back, you went from like 600 something. I think it was like 700 something all the way up until like 900 something. And those are the type of shout outs that I'd be really willing to accept because I don't know where you're getting these shout outs from. I don't know if you're like getting
No,
these
but
subscribers naturally or
you
if
gonna
you're
get
going to like a big channel or something.
GT Grow, you got G Mama here, yeah, OCD chick here. You always have Old Man King Homestead here. You happy, even though you don't realize people is not shooting to your live, but you realize when your live go up, you have about 30 or 40 viewers or more. You look at Duval City girl coming here. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey, like you just gotta be like I tell people, you gotta be patient early when I say like, some people they gotta make their rounds and see other people. They gotta go home, wash their hands, get comfortable. It's Friday. And another thing you're gonna have to, what I want to say, because I can't talk to you behind the scenes like that, but is you got to start analyzing what I call slide-ins. You got to slide. I mean, I know you go to school, and you got work, and you got chores to do, but you got to find that little where I'm gonna get in here. I'm gonna slide on here because I wish I could tell you, but I'll probably talk to you behind the scenes, but how to slide in and get those. How can I say it's like the opportunity, like you said, a fox or a hound, like a fox and a hawk. The opportunity to get the prize, to get the feed, to get the meal. You got to learn like certain people. Say for instance, I would say like Tory Brain Games, right?
Yeah, it's one live like 9 minutes, right?
Let me show you how to beat the game at YouTube. I just been busy with my other stuff that I really can't do, but I can shoot in. I have analyzed YouTube YouTube. Just say like, okay, the OCD is chick, right? Last Saturday, the chat wasn't there, right? Now, there's a waiting audience for the chat every Saturday. Nikki went to her birthday with her family, went out. So there's oh, sorry, there will be no chat that Saturday, right? Yeah. Now you got to remember you got to think like people. People wait for that chat. So now between the hours that Nikki and Hands and Dirt was supposed to go on, nobody went live. Not even my black chops. No, so that was it. There was people who set their lives. Trust me, believe it or not, they're not losers. Please don't. There are people that set their lives up around YouTube, and they are looking forward to watching the chat. If Hands in the Dirt wind down Wednesday, if he decided he got to go with his wife to a meeting or a dinner with his family, people have set themselves up to go and see Wind Down Wednesday at 7:00 on Wednesday. Now, Hands in the Dirt doesn't do that live. Just say today will be no Wind Down Wednesday, right?
Yeah.
That's where you slide in like a fox, because there are going to be people that's saying, "Damn, I normally be watching Hands in the Dirt Wind Down Wednesday, right?"
Yeah.
He ain't here. That's when you slide in, because then at least you'll get 30 or 40 of those people. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's how you get in there. You gotta watch where you slide. Like you got Tori's Brain Games, right? Between Tori Brain Game and I believe it's Team Team is T-Nog. There's gaps. There are.
Oh fuck! I'm getting raided. I'm fucking getting raided. Oh shit! I'm getting raided by one of those SEX bots right now. Here, let me show you real quick. I'm being raided by one of those retard bots. I fucking hate those bots. So I'm gonna click entire screen. So here, you can see. Look at these guys. Look at these motherfuckers right here. These motherfuckers be raiding the streams.
I don't see that. Why I don't see it?
Yeah, go to the stream. Since you're a moderator, you can go and it'll show the thing.
Oh, you get bots. Oh, why are you getting bot? Hold on. Okay. Anyway, going back to what I said, you take care of behind the scenes. What I'm saying is, this is how you can sneak in, like I said, there it goes, something like that. Boy, the things that okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. But hey, we got the moderators here, we got the OCD chick, we got Duval City Girl, we got a lot of people here, and they helped me get rid of that.
Oh,
So,
okay.
yeah, I just want to give a thanks to them because they just be spamming the crap out of that.
Oh boy, you have no parents. Oh, whatever. I don't know what that means. That's you or them with the no parents.
That was me. I was just making fun of them.
Oh, yeah, you gotta ignore them people, man. You gotta ignore them being back.
It wasn't even a person. It was just a random bot. Because these people be on the internet. They be buying shit off that. They'd be like, oh, look, I can just spam the shit out of people's lives.
No, here it goes. This is how you get in. This is how you get in. You gotta watch. Sit back like I do. Sit back and watch who's going live and who's not going live. Who's not. Like now, here goes Southern Gale Living, right? Not to say take advantage of her. More likely she's not going to be doing her lives because right now she's going to go see her sister. Her sister right now, family's important. But Gail have a certain time she comes on, which I think is in the morning. So you're in school, but I believe she goes on live some other time too. If you find out where she go, there's going to be people waiting to find somebody to see because they was waiting on Gail's son living. If certain people come on a certain time, if they don't do a live due to the fact they got somewhere to do, they don't feel good or they got sick, that's where you come and slide in that slot, even if it's for that 1 week, that one day that they just happen not to do a live.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, the chat and Wind Down Wednesday is a set spot. People in a community that you're following is waiting for Wind Down Wednesday. They are waiting for the chat. And if they don't do the chat, that door is open to get in right then and there and grab them 30 to 40 people that's going to watch. They might not watch you, but they're going to be like this. People going to be like this. I got nothing to do. I was always waiting for the chat, but the chat's not here today. That's how you get in. Boom.
Yeah.
You got to watch. But when you do that, you got to say, hey, I'm not going to be cussing. You got to watch what you're doing. And, don't talk about your school. Talk about the chickens. People want to know about chickens. They want to know how to raise ducks. How ducks are messy.
And then also gardening, because that's what a lot of people are here for. They be here for gardening because a lot of my viewers come from hands in the dirt. A lot of viewers. In fact, I actually my first 100 subscribers off your channel. I remember I was still a new viewer. I came into your stream for like one chat message, and you're like, "Oh, he's a new viewer here. I think I saw him like earlier today." And then like you shout me out. I got my 100 that night, and I was like, "Holy crap, dude, that was amazing."
Good, man. As I say, you just gotta learn how to work this at your advantage. And I know because you're in school, sometimes you can't do it like me. I took a point where I got to a point where I can go on at 2:00 in the afternoon. That's my 2:00 p.m. here, right? Eastern time. Now, other people can't do that because they're not going to pull. But for some reason, I have that little bit of clout where it doesn't matter if I go 2:00 on a Friday because I'm out of the normal people way. Even though, I'm not going to go against bigger channels. I'm not bigger channels, but I'm not going to bump heads with nobody because I feel that we all eat. You just got to find that slot to get in where there's nobody because there's people right now that sometimes everything is done. Like my outside stuff is done besides the raised bed, the pallet thing I'm going to do tomorrow. Outside, I can wait till all the leaves fall and get my leaves up, but I got to get my leaves up because I don't want to step in dog poop. Because if the leaves fall up, I can't see where the dog done pooped. So I try to keep the backyard clean, get them leaves out before it gets overdrafted, whatever. So tomorrow I'll be cleaning up some leaves, blowing it out with the blower to the street and across into the woods if I can't get them over there. And because I got about 1,000, 1 million or more leaves that's going to fall on top of my property. On top of that, we got a frost warning down here. We got a frost warning, severe frost warning. So check on my rabbits in the morning. I'll be changing their litters. I'll be cleaning everything out. Everybody be getting a cleaning tomorrow. Plus, tomorrow's going to be a busy day for me because I got so much. One child got to go to a coding class at 10:30 in the morning. Come back from there, do that pallet video, putting the pallet together. clean out the chicken poop, the rabbit poop out and put the rabbit poop in that garden area I was talking about. And that's a good thing because the garden's next to the rabbit, so I ain't got to go that far to dump the rabbit poop out into the garden there and let nature take its place. So, yeah. So it keeps busy, but at the same time, you got to find where you can get in. Like, okay, let me give you a headache about that. A heads up. I don't know if you go to church with your family on Sundays, like because you're young.
I used to go, but like now, but there's like zero actually good churches in my area.
Around 3 o'clock on Sunday is only Sunday backyard farm. Not Sunday back. Broke Farmer goes on around 3 o'clock, but between 12 and 1 o'clock, there's nothing on YouTube in our community. I ain't saying there's nothing on YouTube. There's nothing in our community that's running at 12 to 1 o'clock that time. Everybody doesn't go to church, even though they old folks around here, but they're not going to church. A lot of people don't go to church. If you jump around 12 and 1 o'clock, you're going to grab some of people that's waiting for Broke Farmer. So even though Farmer goes on at 3, you could jump around 1 or 2, just around 1:30 to 1 o'clock on Sunday. Trust me, you're going to get people because people now is either have eaten, sitting, waiting for Broke Farmer to come on, right? So while they waiting for him to come on, they watch you. Hear what you got to say. There you go. Now here goes. Wind Down Wednesday. Now, he comes on at 7 o'clock, right?
Yeah.
You get home at 6. Get right in front of Hands in the Dirt because the people that's waiting to go to see Wind Down Wednesday will check you out because there's nobody in front of Hands in the Dirt on Wednesday. You might have to do homework. I don't know what you're doing. But I'm saying those are channels that you need to jump in front. A lot of people, I'm giving some gems right here because I watch. There's nobody. There's nobody on Tuesday. And I used to have Tuesday at 2 o'clock in our community, right?
Yeah.
That was Grandpa Prepper's time. He was on Tuesdays. I believe he was going on Thursday at 2 p.m. Eastern time. There's nobody on a Thursday at 2 o'clock. Nobody. But I'm in school. So I can do Thursday at 2 o'clock. I can do every day at 2 o'clock. Every day I can do a video or live at 2 o'clock because there's nobody every day at 2 o'clock in our community that's on. Nobody.
Yeah.
I found that slot. 2 o'clock any given day in the week. There is nobody on YouTube in our community. So you pop up at 2 o'clock because on Monday you got Black Tropical Homestead, African Dreaming. They might drag out for 4 or 5 hours because they come on around 12 right after Miss. They come on Tuesday. Monday. So, what they do, I believe it's Tuesday. They come on. Miss Andel comes in at around. I believe her show's at 11. African Dream is around 12, right after Miss Ann. They can drag out sometimes to 2-3 hours, but hey, it is what it is. But 2 o'clock, you can snatch in there. Some days they don't go live because I think they're going live on Fridays on the evenings or early mornings, something like that. I ain't got they down because they working on doing what they doing. So you just got to watch the community and see don't worry about the other channels. Worry about what's in the community that you're truly following. I follow a lot of communities, but the people that follow me that I'm looking for, I'm targeting, is not in the. They do come. They're not in the fishing community. So I got the fishing community, the manosphere community, the crochet community, some other communities that that I ain't gonna mention. I belong to a lot. Like I said, they like, damn, you everywhere. I'm like, nah, I just make my rounds because when I do have time, I float around. I see other communities I get in, like the weightlifting geek. That's a whole community by itself, but they are blending in with our community, and that's where you knew come from. That I believe she's from, and a few people that was in my live is coming from the geek squad. The community like Big Mac Outdoors, Rumbling with the Brums. Those were the fishing community, people that fish. There's a bunch of those guys, and as I was saying, in the fishing community. Then you got my fly family homestead. His wife got a channel, and you got other people there that's in what we call the 2A crew community. That's the guys who believe in the Second Amendment. Then you have I ain't gonna even send you to the manosphere because you get kicked out the manosphere. The manosphere is where it's a racial thing. It's a racial situation going on over there. between certain things and certain things. Then I follow another racial group. I'm not gonna say it. Yeah, it could be tagged as racial, as far as I'm concerned, because they say some stuff over there that it's not. A lot of people's not gonna like in our community that I'm following the guard community, because there's things that's being said over there that some people just ain't gonna agree with. So, but I am over there in that community. So that's where you're gonna find some people. That's why I say I'm in every community. I'm like basically in a gaming community. I'm in a game. I'm in a. If I don't know if you ever see this guy called Scratching Pete, Scratching Pete.
I think I've heard of him.
Well, him and a couple other. That's another community that they like to play scratch off games. There's a community that they get scratch offs, and he gives away scratch off. He raffles off scratch off games, and sometimes he'll play his own scratch offs. He'll order a bunch of scratch offs. He'll be scratching off, and he gives the winnings to whoever's in his chat. Like he gets a whole bunch of scratch offs, and he actually do some scratch off. He has a camera, and he be scratching off, and whatever wins, somebody gets to win whatever that was in that scratch off. So if it could be $50, $10, $20, and that's a way of getting, people to your channel, because it's called. There's a lottery group of people that I belong to too. A lot of people don't even know about those communities, but there are communities that people play scratch off. There's a bingo community. Kid you not. YouTube has so many different communities that you could be part of where you're like, what? I like Pekino. There's Pekino. There's a spade department. It's a whole mess of people, man, where they got gamers that's on what Call the Duty community. What's that other one? Fortress. What is it called? Fortnite?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, Fortnite. You got Roblox. You got that other crazy old game, but the gaming community is bananas.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Scratch and Beat. You didn't know that, Devon? They do scratch off. Yeah. Oh, OCD Chick put his channel up there. Scratch and Pete. Yeah. Him is a few others that y'all, if you go over, you'll see them. They do scratch offs. They do scratch offs. Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's one in Las Vegas, I believe he does. He gives away scratch offs. He gets about almost like $100 or $300 worth of scratch offs, and he scratches them off, and everybody's sitting there chit chat. It's a grow channel. Basically, it's a grow channel while he's having fun, talking to everybody. People come over, and he be doing scratch off. I forgot how to weigh the camera. I haven't been over it in a while. The cameras are set where he's doing scratch offs. Like he hits and whatever. Say OCD chicken, he'll scratch off it. Whatever is a win. If it's a losing ticket, it's a losing ticket. If it's a winning ticket, it's a winning ticket. So it's a great concept. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, so there's a bunch of communities, y'all, and and they know me. I'll be everywhere. I'm like Sad Wild Fair. I'm everywhere. That's why I tell people don't feel bad if I don't come over to your channel, because I'll be everywhere, y'all. I try to catch people here and there because there's so many of y'all. It's so many. And when you belong to, not say I'm gonna say I belong to, but when you are part of so many communities, and it's only one of you got to try to spread the love around, because technically I'm really more of a homesteader from the homesteading side. But since I've been talking to OCD Chick, Hands in the Dirt, and Broke Farmer, and Lead Farmer 73, and others in the chat, you'll see me more in the garden community than the homesteading community. But I'm originally from the homesteading community, but now I found my little wage, what you want to call your little niche, your little spot, is the garden community. But I'm heavily now in the garden community than the homesteading. But at the same time, I do go peek my head into the homesteading community, blah, blah, blah. So you always don't forget where you come from. But at the same time, I'm more of a gardener. I wouldn't even say that. Micro farm is just a name, y'all. I'm way more different than I'm about making certain things happen. I like farming. I like doing experiments in the garden. Like I said, most of the stuff I grow, I don't eat. It usually either go to the chickens or the neighbors and stuff like that. Like the eggs, I don't eat eggs. I can't eat eggs. People are like, why you got 30 hens? Because I like pets. I like animals. So my chickens and my rabbits and my dogs are my therapeutic let out. That's why people say, oh, Michael Farmer love his animals, because hey, my wife works, my kids in school, it's just me, I'm retired. So instead of me going to a park feeding squirrels and throwing bread at a pigeon, I have something to keep me busy. I go out and check on my chickens. I go cook for my chickens. I cook for my dogs. I sit in there and talk to my rabbits. That's why you see me when I walk out there. My rabbits come out. They're not running from me. They hear me coming down. They tell, hey, where you at? And they'll come up to me because we sit in. They're emotional creatures, just like everybody else. They get used to their what we call owner, and they'll come. You can sit there and I know it sounds crazy. You have a conversation, but your animals, your livestock, like your company. I know a lot of people they ain't got time for shit like that, but I have nothing but time. Hey, what's up, badass? What's going on? Yeah, right. Yeah, so like who's asking me? GT Junior was asking about oatmeal. Yeah, I go to the 99-cent store, or sometimes I'm at Walmart. I buy the cheap big box of oatmeal, the big brown bucket, and that's the treat in the wintertime for my chickens. Go get some cheap milk. Cheap, crazy milk, cheap sale milk that's going, management special, whatever is almost about to go out the door. Hey, put it in the big pot of oatmeal, pour that oatmeal in a tray, slide out them a nice warm oatmeal with some cinnamon, even though they don't taste the cinnamon. Just just for me, hey, because the chickens don't have no sense of smell like taste where they taste the heat or cinnamon, they don't taste it or they taste the sugar, nothing like that. So when people ask, oh, the chicken eat cake? Yeah, they eat anything because they don't have a sense of taste of the food. That's why you can feed them peppers and stuff and cayenne peppers in their water or cayenne peppers in their food to get their body. People use that trick. I don't know if it really works because I don't do that in my chickens. They say you can put cayenne to keep them laying eggs and stuff. It warms the heat from the peppers, give them a warm feel inside, and they lay eggs all through the winter. Yeah, right, Duvall, right there. She says she's all over the place. Cook, sew, crocheting, gardening, have chickens, home decorating, crafting, you name it. That's how you're gonna grow your channel. You just can't be in one spot. People's going to know who you are if you get out there and you get around. Gaming communities are so many. Car enthusiasts like badass cars. Him, Sunday backyard farmer. They got their car guys. There's a few guys that follow them that works on vehicles. There's a car community that people go out there and work on cars. Mm-hmm. Man, I believe Lazy Acres, he has a little channel, I think, with his cousin fixing cars, old cars like badass is doing, fixing cars and doing models and stuff like that. So there's a lot. I believe Simply Jan, her husband, is doing a garage show, a garage channel, something like that with him. Oh, I don't know about that, bro. I don't know about that. I don't know where you're getting that from. I heard they give gunpowder to pit bulls and make them retarded. They'll attack you and eat you after a while. Yeah, they don't lay crazy. You talk to let me tell you how you get chickens to lay good. Feed them good and be out there and talk to them. Don't keep them as just livestock as people keep them in cage. Trust what I'm telling you. Your chickens will appreciate you out there talking to them, and they can be therapeutic for you and feed them good stuff. If you feed your chickens garbage, that's what you're going to get: garbage eggs and garbage situation. I know you're kidding, badass, but I'm just saying gunpowder was put in dog food because they claim they made the dog meaner and stuff. I mean, that was about a dog. But chickens, I'm just saying. But chickens, if your chickens are happy, you're going to get happy eggs, man. They even got a company called Happy Land Eggs or something like that. Happy chickens going to give you eggs. They're going to give you best. I mean, people talk about the eggs are tasty or whatever. But yeah. Oh, I don't know. I don't do lights. I do. If you see a light if you see a light in my coop when I'm out there in the evening, it's the red light. It's the heat lamps. I don't put lights on my chicken. It's just that if it gets super cold, I do supplement the heat in there with if I don't want to run the fireplace, because in my chicken coop I got a fireplace. If I don't want to run the fireplace, then I'll just throw those heat lamps on to bring the temperature like up to like, up about 4 or 5 degrees, and I have it target somewhere on them, like it's on they perch, it's facing a perch, so all there is not on one chicken, it's just giving them a feel of warm. And then I have one, because if it gets super cold, I know I got the metal chicken nest, the laying nesting. So what I do is I face one of those heat lamps on the chicken egg box, the nesting box that I have is metal. So what happened is sometimes it gets super cold. If I go in the middle of the night or in the day, there's chickens sitting in the resting box, right? So to combat, what I do for my chickens are I put a light on that heat lamp on that metal. Now that metal, when the light is hitting that metal, it gives it a nice warmth because they inside, they buckle down, and that little bit of heat makes a big difference. So some of them have learned to go in the chicken nest box, the nesting box, and buckle down in there if it gets super cold because there's a light and the metal gets heated by the lamp, because it's almost like the hot dogs at in the movie theater when they used to have them red lights on the popcorn. So so you have that heat lamp on that metal because it's not wood. So the metal actually gives a little, the heat lamp gives the metal a little warmth. So they learn to go in there if it gets cold. And plus, it knocks some wind off them because they're in a box. So now they buckle down because I got some litter in there. They buckle down and the heat from their body keeps them nice and good. And there's no wind coming on the side of them. And plus with the little heat that's there, it helps them out. So there we go. That's my tip of keeping your chickens warm in a cold climate.
Yeah. I gotta use the bathroom real quick. I'll be back in maybe like 3 or 4 minutes.
All right.
You can pick up the stream while I'm gone.
All right. So damn, put me big time. All right. Yeah, so that's what I do. Like the rabbits now. This is my first year with rabbits. More likely, if it gets super cold, if I don't want to put the fireplace on in there, which I more likely seem like that's what's going to happen because it's getting cold up here. We having like crazy cooler weather coming faster than normal. So people thought I was crazy when I said I had a fireplace in the chicken coop. Yeah, I have a fireplace in the chicken coop. So I'm thinking the fireplace is going to come on to heat up the place, to heat the, not to heat the rabbits up, but keep it at an ambiance. What do they call it? Ambiance warmth in there. Oh yeah, probably. Man, why you putting a man out there? Why you putting a man business out there like that? Yeah, 3 minutes is a shit. Here's a poop. Badass. We usually see, you don't get no lower than 30 degrees. Shit, we get below that sometimes. It'd be below like 10 degrees below, but feel like below 30, like the wind chill factor. When you got that wind, that hawk is out there with his cousin, and you with that wind blowing. Sometimes, the wind blows so hard, I feel my house moving sometimes. Like, the house just moved? Yeah, that wind gets hot up here. Up here, I'm on the coastal side of Connecticut. So, yeah, that wind could come over here and tear up some stuff. Mm-hmm. So we get some high winds over here, especially coming up through that northeaster season coming through here. Like, it's 10 years now since Hurricane Sandy, but we can get some good snow up here and some good cold. Yeah, excuse me for that. Yeah, so yeah, that's what we get up here. It gets super cold, and sometimes it's the wind chill factor that does a lot here. It's not just that it's super cold. It's the wind chill. Like it could be like 10 degrees, but the wind chill factor make it feel like it's 10 below. Chicken probably get it worse than I do because he's more closer to Buffalo side of the situation. He's more up into that Schenectady and Albany area. He's on the other side, but I'm on a coastal side. So when you're on a coastal side, you're getting that Atlantic Ocean cold. It's like if it's coming from that way or coming down from Nova Scotia, Canada, and that wind's picking up, coming off that cold water. Yeah, if you live on the coastal side of Connecticut, you're gonna freeze up. Now the chicken, he's over on that Vermont side and Buffalo, New York, and Schenectady side over that area where he's getting that Canadian cold coming down, that cold front coming down, swooping down on him. So he can get super cold. It probably get more cold where he at him and Urban Garnet Chronicles, they up in that area that it gets super jack cold.
Yeah.
So
And this winter we actually got really cold. We got down to about negative 18 degrees this winter.
you know what I'm saying?
And
Negative.
we've already gotten down to 18 degrees this year up here.
Yeah, so he's up there, even though we both in Connecticut, but he's on the other side. I'm on this side of Connecticut. And yeah, Connecticut looks, I mean, it is small to some other states and stuff, but it's some distance. It's some distance between us. Even though, yeah, on the map, it looks so small with the little hook, you know,
Yeah.
but it's just because, like, New York is huge. New York State is huge. Like, when you look at New York and Texas and certain states, you be like, damn, it's big compared to this. You could put probably like 6 Connecticut's in New York State. Just off the way you're looking at it, like, damn, Connecticut is small, but to compare to some other states, so that's how you could range. Like, it's probably 3 New Yorks could probably fit in Florida. I mean, not in Texas. Texas is a huge state. You could probably put, like, kid you not, maybe you could squeeze in 2.5 New York states in Texas. That's how big Texas is. And New York is not a small state. New York is a huge state. It's just that people associate New York City, where I'm from. That's New York City. But you have New York. New York City is in New York State. So when I hear people talk about, oh yeah, people talk about when people are from New York, you're just assuming they're from New York City. They're from Schenectady, Buffalo, wherever these other little small towns. They sound just like country bumpkins. I'm just not none of your country bumpkins, but there's people in New York sound just like they're from the South. They sound just like country bunkers. You're like, where you from? I'm from New York. Hey, I'm like, wait, New York. But they're from Buffalo, Schenectady, whatever, all them little towns I ain't even never heard of. And I've been in New York City all my life. And sometimes people tell me, like, where that's at? Oh, that's a little town outside of Schenectady or Albany or whatever. You're still like, what? No. They sound countries where they want to be.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. New York City has a different language, a different dialect than accent than New York State people. It's a different type of sound. That's why they go, oh, you're from New York City, because they get, some like the Italians and shit. New York City has a different dialect. Yeah, so
Yeah.
It's hard to tell about. And what's so crazy about Connecticut, you really can't tell the difference. If you're in New York and a Connecticut, you couldn't even tell the difference between a New York and a Connecticut talk. It's almost, you wouldn't know. You'd be like, oh, I'm from Connecticut. You sound like a New Yorker. I mean, to us, sounds. I don't even think they have a dialect. I don't even think they have an accent in Connecticut. If they do, they next to Vermont. If they really, I mean, they got to be next door to Vermont to actually have an accent. But most people in this areas in Connecticut, in the Fairfield area or the mid side of Connecticut, sound like New Yorkers. Have the same type of sound. It's no difference. You can't tell.
Yeah.
Same lingo, same stuff. Unless you go up, I haven't been all the way up. But yeah, Connecticut, New York has like the same sound.
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't even tell cats from Connecticut or New York. They almost same the sound. Now, the only way you could tell the difference is the way they walk. It's the way a New Yorker walk, a New York City person walk. It's just the way they swagger, whatever y'all call it, swagger, the way they carry themselves, or you got to be on Lower Connecticut to understand that part. So it's a way of walking, a way of how they carry themselves. Even the women, it's totally different. Like, oh yeah, she's from Brooklyn, she's from Queens. You could actually tell, like, just the way they mannerism is. You can almost pinpoint exactly where they're from in New York City or Connecticut. You go, oh yeah, he's from Stanford. He's from Bridgeport. He's from New Haven. It's a whole different movement about them. The way their mannerism is. Yeah, that's it, man. And so, what else we got? Oh, did you say you wasn't planning to do y'all wasn't doing no other livestock but just chickens, right?
Yeah.
Y'all got poultry, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. I might talk to my neighbors, man. I might get me a couple of goats. I'll be surprised to see some damn goats.
Yeah.
And what's crazy about my backyard, I'm not a big backyard, right? But I
Yeah.
have enough room to get me 2 Nigerian dwarf milking goats. But the only problem with that is I heard they noisy. If they wasn't noisy, that people claim they noisy, that man, I'll probably get them. But somebody said you can actually get a vet to you find somebody that actually jacked up their vocal cords. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Cut the vocal cords. They have a procedure, procedure where they can actually silence the goat. I don't know how much that'll cost. I'm like, is it worth the goat? It's worth to do that to a goat, where they actually can sever the vocal cords. Wouldn't that be cruel? I really felt that was cruel to do some shit like that, but no. You could, but I would love to have me some milking goats up here. I can put 2 up on that hill by the dogs over there. Build them a whole new little stable and stuff like that. I got enough space there. Milking goats. Probably put them on. I probably could do that shit too. Be just like that little boy in the country. Put bells on them and get them on a leash and take them over to that 70 acres over there and walk my goats and let them eat and come on back. All right, Betty and Sue, come on, man. And put them on a leash and bring them back out that woods. Let them eat all that brush out there for free.
Yeah.
That's my way of thinking, y'all. That's my way of thinking. We didn't even have to get fee. I just take them out to that 73 acres and let them just go to town out there. Oh, yeah. The reason why you don't want goats is they noisy. That's what I'm saying. Is that Duval City? Is goats noisy? I mean, I don't know. Because I got neighbors. I mean, my neighbors probably wouldn't say nothing, but I ain't going to take that chance. Yeah, I wouldn't want, because I get used to my animals too quick, and if I did get them on the down low, and my neighbors call the people, I'd probably be mad. I ain't gonna lie to you. I probably wouldn't even kill them. I'll bring them in the house. I'll take one of these damn rooms and put hay in it, just like like they did back in the day, live with their goats and shit in the house. My goats would be in the house. I just take them outside, for some fresh air in the woods over there, eat some of that grass, and then bring them right back into the garage and put them right in my house. Yeah, you might can't have them outside, but they ain't never say you can't have the animal inside out. Hey, Recyclable Homestead, what's going on? Thank you for joining the chicken chat.
Yeah.
Oh, you just don't want goats. Oh, all right. I thought it's because maybe the noise or something like that.
Yeah.
I
don't know anyone who has goats in my town.
Huh?
I don't know anyone who has goats in my town.
All right. I got connections to get a goat. I mean, I got connections to get it, but it's just like I said, I don't want to get something where I might be forced to get rid of it.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I don't want to do. I don't want to get something and I'll be forced to get rid of it. Like right here, like where I'm at now.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. I mean, yeah. That's what I'll say. Like roosters, like I said, people believe it or not, the hens make enough noise. I just imagine a rooster. My hens make enough noise that the neighbors can hear them. Like my hens, they make noise. I'll be telling people, like, you think hens are quiet? No, they're not. They make some noise. They get up some records going on. Be like, I heard the chickens. I heard them, but I ain't know where it's from. But yeah, hens get noisy. Not as loud as the rooster. The hens are not going to wake you up early in the morning. They usually just acting up around the afternoon or something. They start acting, whatever. They make their noise, especially when they lay an egg or something. They want everybody to know they laid the egg.
Yeah.
So.
And before we had an automatic coop door, we had to let them out every morning. And there would always be this group of chickens that would start screaming on the top of their lungs before I let them out.
Yeah.
And they were like screaming so loudly, like they wanted to get their opinion around, so that way, like they wanted to feel sad, so that way we would go over there and let them out.
Oh, see, now y'all got a lot of land over there. That's what I say. Like for me, if I had that land where I can make a living, not being in a city like suburb setting. Oh man, you call my name, I'd be Purdue. I wouldn't have a lot of chickens, but I would make it where, like my coop right here, I don't have to go let them out because the cage they in the run is actually closed in. So the only time I close them, get them in, if it's bad weather, like high wind, then I'm like, all right, it's time for y'all to stay in here for 2-3 days because the weather's getting stupid out there. Like sometimes my chickens are that dumb, they be out there in the rain. Or they get caught out there in the snow. They like the snow. For some reason, they like the snow, but when the snow come down on them, they don't want to stand in it. Now they stuck out there, and I got to go ahead, pick them up like babies, and put them one by one in the coop because now they can't walk over the 3 inch of snow. You know what I mean? The 3 inch snow, because one did that last year. She was just stuck sitting on top of the resting thing because she didn't know how to walk through 3 inches of snow.
Yeah.
So I was like, God, she's going to freeze to death out here. Get your little chop chops. I had to go in there, pick her up, and put her in the coop, and I close the door. I can close the door down and let them stay there until I get. And that's what, I don't know if you saw that video. I don't know if it's still up. I don't think I ever have it. Where I shoveled the snow to one side of the chicken run.
I don't remember that one.
Yeah, I don't know if it was my old micro farmer, but yeah, I came out there with a shovel in the chicken run because my chickens don't. And that's another thing about chickens, right?
Yeah.
Yes, the chickens are just like you. They will go in roost. But if you keep them confined, the ones I got, 30, like the 30 hens, they go stir crazy. They don't like to be stuck no more than maybe 2 days in that coop. So if it's a bad snowstorm like that, I'm gonna have to go out there with a shovel and throw the snow like a New York City and just pile it high on one section of that chicken coop so they can come out. Chickens like snow, but they don't like snow that comes over their knuckle part of their foot because they don't know how to walk in snow for some reason. They'll get stuck out there and just stand there and they just freeze up. Not freeze up, but they freeze up walking. They don't like to walk through the snow for some reason. But they don't like but my chickens don't like to be cooped up in that chicken coop for no more than 2 days. They go crazy.
Yeah.
You have to let them out. You gotta let them out because they'll start fighting each other for no apparent reason. Mates. Mm-hmm. When you said my rooster lights up the neighborhood, they have named him Richard, so they all laugh. It's like, oh, there go Richard. Yeah. See here, I'll probably get a complaint. See, I got a permit to say where I'm at. You got to have a permit to have chickens. So I got my permit, so that's why I'm not worrying about the noise. You just can't have a rooster. I got the permit sitting. Where is it sit? Sitting in the closet. Well, closet. Paperwork is there. So if anybody goes, oh, he got chickens. Here you go. Here go my paperwork. Connecticut Agriculture knows I have chickens. They know what kind of chickens I have and how many I have. So someplace you don't have to do that, but here, yeah, you gotta have they give you a number for the permit number for your chickens. Yeah. My rabbits, I don't. I think the reason why they want you to have the permit here for chickens because if your chickens get loose, whatever, and if you had somehow chickens all over the place, because you got some people that in certain areas, not where I'm at, have roosters. I mean, I've seen a few roosters in downtown of the city, where not to knock them, most of the time they're Hispanic people that have roosters.
Yeah.
So it's to save. I don't know if they got roosters because they want the roosters to catch the mice that's around their property, whatever. But there's roosters in our city. I mean, they're wild roosters, basically. So nobody's owning up. Nobody's going to write each other up because that's the code of the hood. Nobody writes out who rooster that is. And fast they probably catch a rooster, somebody got another rooster. You know what I mean? Because I don't know. I never asked them what was the purpose of having roosters, but I'm assuming a rooster keep away certain animals like skunks, raccoons, or stray cats, or it either catch mice. because roosters and chickens will eat mice. So I don't know if that's the case. Maybe don't know the history. But yeah, the city area, like downtown city, there's roosters. I was like, somebody got a damn rooster in the city. Yeah, not to be sounding. Well, it's not even racist because fuck it, it is what it is. The Spanish people, they have roosters in their areas. You hear that there? Oh, you had to have a permit to Duval. Okay, where you say you at Duval? Where you at? Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. See, Duval, I mean, your rooster. I mean, the chicken. You here?
Yeah.
Yeah, Duval saying you have to have permits. I don't know where you at, Duval. I forgot where
I
you
think
at.
she's in like Florida or something like that.
Yeah, they have to have permits also, but my neighbors let their run all over all day. Rooster supposed to deter. Okay, so Jackson, she's in Florida. Yeah. All right, so cool. Yeah, because when I be in the Key West, and a lot of people don't know you can't mess with the chickens. They got a bunch of chickens in Key West. You're not allowed to even scare them or chase them. Nothing. You get a ticket and go to jail down in Key West. I think
I went to Key West I think about 11 months ago,
yeah.
and there were chickens running down the damn streets there.
No, because they're protected. They're
Yeah.
protected. You can't touch them. The cop will roll up and give you a ticket. You messing with those chickens. You do anything to those chickens. Those chickens are protected in Key West. I think I'm not Hands Dirt. Ozark Living, Crazy Ed was down there. He was like, they got chickens all over the street. And I was telling him, don't mess with those chickens, bro. Man, it's just like you have those cops on you as a heartbeat, bro. Those chickens are protected in Key West.
Yeah.
They all over Key West. Chickens are. I don't know what freakiness about it or what the history. What was the reason about letting chickens free range all through that Key West? Yeah, you can't touch the chickens in Key West. You can't even chase them or nothing. You get fined messing with them. Cop will roll up on you in a heartbeat. You'll think they're endangered species the way they act down there with them. But some reason down there in Key West, that's what it is. I mean, I used to hang down in Key West all the time. Fly into Miami, hang out on South Beach, and then me and my partners, we'll go down to Key West and enjoy ourselves. We used to hang out with this what do I call them, a heavy metal band, pop band, whatever. 9 Inch Nails. I don't know if you know who 9 Inch Nails are. Yeah, we used to get fired up with them cats, bro. That's in my younger days, I mean, now we all in our 40s and 50s now, bro, easily. But 9 Inch Nails, man, we was a wild bunch. People used to look at us like, wow, who the hell are these guys? Because in part of Key West, they have a boat fest is in October, where you pull your boats out and you hook them all together and you hang out with all the wild people. Yeah, that was my crazy days when we used to be down there rocking with these guys, and we just enjoyed ourselves as young guys out there living the lifestyle and stuff. Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah, 9 Inch Nails. I think somebody was another girl. 9 Inch Nails, like shit. They know me. Just ask, give them my name. They be like, oh, really? You know that name? Yeah. We used to fly from New York all the way into Miami, hang out in South Beach, right there on South Beach, and then from South Beach we'll go into Key West, drive down there, and come on back to Miami and fly back to New York. Then I stayed I got Asian family in Seattle, so I'll be out there in Seattle, Washington. So, hanging out with my Asian family. That's what I say. A lot of people, when they talk about me, like, I got a lot of family. Then, like in Jamaica, I got Jamaican family,
Mm-hmm.
My family is huge my family is huge through children. I have an Asian daughter, I have an Italian daughter, I have a Jamaican son, I have 3 Puerto Rican kids, the first wife, and then my wife here is Spanish also. She's Dominican. So, through children, because when family, the people we still treat me like family. I treat them like family. They come here, wherever, we consider family. As long as you got children, you did right by their peoples, your family, always family.
Yeah.
So that's how, that's why I tell people, like, when they be, think he's racist. He's racist. There are people that know like, hey, racist. Shit, he ain't no racist. I remember somebody called me, he's a racist. I'm like, racist? I mean, I just don't, my kids, like, if you saw the video, if you saw the, we went to the hamburger place, the home of the hamburger, the Asian guy that was in the table, that's my son-in-law. Yeah.
I saw part of that video.
Huh?
I think I saw part of that video.
Yeah, if you see us walking in, because my daughter came from Florida, and she came up, and because the hurricane that came through Tampa, because they lived in Tampa, that hurricane that came through the Gulf, whatever, through there, they came up to visit her mom here, and her mom is in New York, not Connecticut. Her mom came back from Florida, divorced the guy, whatever, came back here in New York City. Mom's a lawyer, and I'm in here, and she came up to visit her mom, and I went with my daughters to have, it is what it is. it was my birthday. Basically, it was my birthday, basically.
Yeah.
It wasn't actually on my birthday, it was the birthday thing. So that the kid you see there, but they don't want to be on YouTube or nothing like that. You're not even my wife. They don't want to be on YouTube. They not into that stuff, social media shit. But they look at me like, "What are you doing?" There's something to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, so what am I gonna say? Yeah, that's it. So yeah, so I got a bunch of family, and I got friends, like the kid here in Connecticut. Well, he's in Connecticut, but his family's from Oregon, and they own a company. I was like, really? And I never asked him. I ain't gonna lie. I knew him for a couple of years now. Never asked him about his family. We just kicked it because he's one of the managers of the store here, and just let me say, oh, my family, we own a damn company. Y'all own a whole hemp company, a whole CBD hemp company, own a whole farm. Have they store in the store? So that's how I'm like, what? Never asked him, nothing about him. I never asked like personal stuff about it. When I was telling him what I needed, he was like, man, I got all that, man. What you need? He got about a pound because his family owns this company called Relief. It's a CBD company. They own a few stores all over America. I think they all over the place. And his family owns it. His mom and his brother and him, they own it. I mean, his family owns it. So he was like, what you need? And I was like, all right, because I needed some CBD stuff for an FBI agent. The guy, my next door neighbor's sister's boyfriend is an FBI agent. And he was, he was like, you have CBD? You have CBD? And I was like, nah, I ain't got no damn CBD, man. So I went and asked him, like, you know anybody that has CBD? And that's what he wanted this stuff here. There's another kid that owns this. He owns this company here, this Tazo, whatever. Mm-hmm. They have their own company. They have a CBD company too. They make the massage. This is what he wanted. The FBI agent for his peoples.
Yeah.
So they gave me a case of this. This is another kid that owns a company. This company right here called Tiles, whatever. So they gave me a case of that, and I gave that out, and other stuff like that. So yeah. So I do a lot of work, like I said, because the CBD stuff came to fight because of kids. There's a lot of children have seizures and stuff.
Yeah.
And they can't mess with the THC. So besides the guy asking for the oil, because this is what he really wanted. He wanted the massaging oil.
Yeah.
That has CBD, and you see it says 20 milligrams of CBD. Okay. Thank you. I mean, I'm here with the chicken, but thank you, Duval. Thank you, Duval C, for coming in my live, coming in his live, showing support. Appreciate all that. Like I say, yeah, so that's it. So that's basically what it is. Where you at? You almost had 2 hours, bro. You had 2 hours. Where's your watch time? Where's your watch time at, bro?
For the entire channel combined, I currently have let's see, how much do I have? Currently monetization screen, I have about 1,194 hours. As for the stream, I have no idea, but I'm trying to get there to monetization. I don't know when I'll ever reach it, but I'm hoping to reach it someday.
you're gonna reach at the same time. Like I said, you keep doing a lot. I told you, I gave you some pointers. Now you go get your pencil, like Mr. Magoo, get your pencil, go right there. Start watching everybody. Watch how there's nothing on certain channels because, like I said, the people you need to follow on the read. Okay, you have these are the people that you follow in this community that actually do lives on a regular. It's just Black Tropical Homestead if you follow Miss and African Dreaming, Hands in the Dirt. The Saturday is a chat. Tory Brain Games. Who else is out there live and like that hard? Lion Crest. GT Jr. You ain't got to worry about him. He's on Alaska. He's going on when me and you sleep, bro. Trust what I tell you. Yeah, me and you be snoring back like a bear, bro, when he goes live. Sometimes you can catch him. He do sometimes pop up live. But normally he goes live our 12 midnight to 1 o'clock in the morning. He go live. Me and you be kicking back some Z's, bro.
Yeah.
But he does pop up in our lives. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
But he go live only that. But who else? Miss T Nog, Crafty Leo goes live. You have OC, not OCD, Miss Shirley, the OG Gardner, goes live. So those are the people to watch because those are where if you bump heads with them, I mean, so many computers that people have. They might have their phone and they might have their laptop, right? So you're averaging most people are going to have about 2 devices. They're going to have this, either a computer or a laptop or iPad, right?
Yeah.
If they're watching you on the phone and they're watching somebody else, they don't have a third device to watch anybody. So that's what I'm saying. You just got to watch the community, and this is where you slide in on certain things, especially if they say nobody's doing it. What happened? Oh, yeah. So I don't know how many people watching, but yeah. So you get them 2 hours in there. Hey, Nicole. No. Hi, humans.
I just got my dinner here.
Let us find out you're a Canadian reptile. You know they got the reptilian people in our country, in our world here. You know, I was one of the first people that's here. You know what I mean? You know, he's saying hi humans. You know, start scaring people out of here. Hi humans. You know, because you know we got reptilians living among us.
Yeah.
Let's see. How many people you got watching you right now, Chicken?
3.
3 people? Oh wow. So yeah, so that's it, man. You almost got 1 hour, man. 47. I mean, if you ready to go, man, you ready to go. I'm yawning my ass off. I've been up all morning, man. As I said, I wanted to take a nap, but I saw when I was upstairs, it showed that you went live. I said, oh shit, you went live. Oh shit, let me come down and support him, Come down. But I did want to take a nap because I know around 10 o'clock there's nobody on. That's why I say you should have Friday, there's really nobody on at 10 o'clock in this community. At like 10 o'clock, 10:30 on a Friday. What's today? It's Friday. Once who go Friday? Once Tory Brain Game, and that's it. I think he's the only one doing lives. I ain't gonna lie. I think he's the only one now on a Friday.
Yeah.
And Miss Simply Jan been gone. She's gone off YouTube. Let me go look at YouTube and see what happened. Oh, I'm gonna go see right now. Who live? Okay, Off the Wall Prepper is live at this point. And nobody else in the community, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like this is the section you go on. Yeah, you don't have nobody in our community. Only right now it's Tory Brain Games. Oh, and Lazy Acres. Oh, my bad. I think I missed the chicken. I mean, not the chicken. I mean, Best Yet Journey should be on. She's supposed to have came on. Yeah, but the only people that's wrong right now.
Yeah.
Yes, the person that's live in our community is you. Let me show you. You is on live. You got Lazy Acre Homesteads on. Tori Brain Games, OC. See, you got 32 people over there. Lazy Acres, this is what I'm saying. Once people come off of Tori's Brain Games, there's nobody, bro.
Yeah.
And that's what I'll tell you. Those are the slots you need to go in. Like right now, when Tori Brain Game go off, I can pop up on live and you'll see, boom. That's what I was supposed to be doing, taking a nap, because Tori gonna go off around. He's gonna go off around 9:30. And off the wall prepper. I mean, ain't too many people that follow me. He got 42 people there, you know. And then you have, that's it, bro. Mm-hmm. There's nobody. The only person that's in our community is you and Tori Bringing. And Tori
And Lazy Acres Homestead.
Huh?
Lazy Acres Homestead's also live.
Yeah, but they only got 8 people. That's what I'm saying. Nobody's gonna flow over there until later. Because there's other people in their community. There's other people in their community that's on. I mean, I wasn't gonna mention them, but shit, now you saying shit now. Like right now, the person they're going against Ava Pottingfield and friends. You got 18 people watching. Then you got Stringfield Ridge Farm. They in the community. That's the Blue Cup people. I don't know if you see the Blue Cup. Lazy Acres going against these people. People that follow some of the Lazy Acres follow them. They got 32. Now, if they stay on long enough, they will leave. Like you got Missy's channel. She's like you, 3 people, because they're going against a big person follower, which is these people, Springfield Ridge. But some people, like they said, they don't give a damn. They're gonna go live regardless, whatever. You know what I mean? But it does not hurt you at all. But it'll just show you got to do. I'm a numbers guy. You got to watch who's in your community going. If you got a good, what they call a popular person or a popular couple, you're going to go live and get 3 or 8 people. Right now, I can tell you right now, in their community that follows them, right now, Stringfield Ridge Farm is the popular YouTuber in that community that's on live right now. They got 34 people watching, right? Now, Missy's channel is in that community also, right? But she crochets, right? She's only having 3 people in her live right now, right?
Yeah.
And Lazy Acre has about 8, I believe, at this point. Lazy Acre Brain Game. Tori Brain got 32. Tori Brain Game is in the community file. He has 32 people over there, right?
Yeah.
They got Lazy Acre. They only got 8 people. You have right now 2 people watching you, right?
Yeah.
And that is it, bro. There's nobody else in our community.
Mm-hmm.
So once Tori Brain Games go down, the door is open for any of us to pop up alive.
Yeah.
And I can prove that to you, because when Tori Brain Game goes off, which will be around 9:30, I pop up. Unless Miss T-Knock, I believe Miss T-Knock might be going live. I don't know, because she's been going, but she might not go live. But I will see at 9 o'clock, 9:30, see who pops up after Tori Brain Game. Because I believe Miss T-Knock is going live on Fridays also now. I'm not too sure, because I don't see her. I don't see her in my feed as going live soon. Let me go see. Because I don't know if Miss T-Knock goes live on Friday. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes people do, some people don't, you know? And that's where you get in, because people be looking forward. Maybe she going to church or doing something. I don't know if she's going live tonight. But if nobody's going live between 9:30, I can pop back up and get another 20-something people in the live and out. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Right now, all 32 people that follow our community is sitting in Tori's Brain Games.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying, like, you know, but you're going to get your views. You're going to get people to come over to you, you know, eventually, because what you be getting what, you doing a turkey thing, the chicken?
Yeah, I'm not really doing like a turkey thing. I'm just doing like a Thanksgiving live where we sort of like gather together and like, I don't know, do like a random live. And then one on Christmas too.
Oh, okay. All right. I see you. Okay, 11/24 and 12/24. You're doing the E thing. Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. See, this is what I do. Like when you sit back at your house, this is what you got to do. You got to look through and see who's doing what. And see, you got people scheduled like right now. Black Tropical got 10:28 at 9 p.m. What is that? That's not today, is it?
Today is the 28th.
So they going at 9 o'clock. See, they scheduling 9 o'clock because they realize the same thing I said. 9 o'clock was a oh shit. Uh, 9 o'clock is was open. You know what I mean? So they call themselves grabbing that. You know, they're gonna go there. But you know, it is what it is.
Mm.
And that's what I say. You got to watch out. And people are looking at that. They'll start taking heed what I'm saying. They don't give you knowledge, but when they hear me talking, they like, hey, I'm listening. You know, because I don't mind, you know, giving information out. I'm not trying to be a hoarder of information. I let people know, bro, because I watch, you know, and I know how to get in and get it out the mud. But like I said, I'm lazy. I got stuff to do.
Yeah.
I got to make sure my money's right at the end of the year. You know, I got to make sure all the employees of the companies are getting their right pay and their bonuses and stuff, and making sure our taxes and nobody going to jail for tax evasion and shit like that. You know, this is the company right here, right here. So it is one of the companies. The hat I'm wearing, you know, Inside Out Junk Cleanup Company. This is one of our hats. Then we got Ryzen, and there's a whole other bunch of companies that I'm part owner of. So, you know, making sure I get my cut, my money's right, my taxes are right. So I don't go to the clinker in the room up there. The clinker, they call it the clinker. I ain't going there, not for taxes. So this is a busy time, and plus my crops that I gotta cure, trim, cure. That's all by hand. It ain't by this year. I think I'm gonna buy the machine. I'm not even bullshitting y'all. Last year I done snipped enough that I got too tired, bro. And I got more plants from last year than this year. I mean, I got more plants this year than last year. And I don't think I'm gonna be hand trimming nothing. I think I'm gonna use the machine and just do the machine and call it a day. Get it done. I brought the jars that to cure everything, and that's it. And then it's sitting by Thanksgiving. I should be sitting pretty.
Mm-hmm.
I got until next today. Today is Friday. By next Monday or Tuesday, that crop be ready to trim and put in jars and cure and let them cure for another 2 months between November, December, and January. I let it cure. The longer it cure, the better it tastes and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Better with time. And that's where I'm busy. That's why I say, let me get in where I need to go. That's why I drop a lot of videos. I drop back to back because there's going to be times I'm not going to be doing no videos, bro. I'm going to be like, damn, I'm tight. But we're going to have enough snow that I can do snow stuff. Chickens in the snow. Those going to be some good. That's going to be some good shorts there because I can do shorts. Shoot, God Construction's in the house. What? What's up, God Construction? Yeah, what's going on? What's going on? See, they must be getting home now. They getting home now. They selling in. So yeah, the chicken. Whenever you ready to go, you got 3 minutes. You got 2 more minutes for your 2-hour mark, bro.
Yeah.
So if you want to get and chill and straighten up some stuff, and if you up, man, when I'm up, because I'm gonna go lay down for about an hour and a half, whatever. And see Black Tropical gonna go at 9 o'clock, so I not catch theirs, but I'm gonna be damn sure I'm gonna go 10 o'clock ish. I hope to try wake up. If I do, I'm gonna try to go 10 o'clock because I know there's nothing to do on Friday right now.
So you're gonna do another live at 10?
I probably if I don't fall asleep and don't wake back up, I'm gonna go upstairs and try to lay down. You know how you lay down, you think you're gonna get back up, but you don't get back up.
Yep. I'll probably still be awake at that hour. Friday night's not gonna be up until like 1, so I should be good to go.
Hey, listen, if I'm gonna lay down, give me a couple of snoozes, and if I get up in the middle of the night, I might just pop up in the middle of the night just if I get back up. But my girls, they got karaoke upstairs. They acting a fool up there with that karaoke machine.
Yeah.
And let my dogs out, let them take their last night pee run and whatever they're gonna do, and bring them in because they're done for the night. So I'm gonna just put them outside and go out there for 45 minutes, get their bladders empty and their intestines empty, and they can come in the house and go to sleep. All right, man. Y'all take care. All right, chicken. I'm gonna be out, man. You made your 2 hours, right? Oh no, Oh, you got 50, 40. All right, we're going to end it at the 2 hour mark then. Let's get that 2 hours in. So I only got about 50, 40 seconds for the 2 hour mark. Yeah. Yep. So let's get that 2 hours in and you'll be good to go. What the? Oh, man. I left this out. Yep. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You have hit the 2 hour. So, hey, the chicken, take care, man. I'm out.
All right.
Give it that 2 hour run, man.
Peace.
All right. Y'all take care. God bless you. God construction. See you out there in the streets, the YouTube streets. I'm hoping I can wake up by 10 o'clock and be back up here so we can have some laugh and everything else, y'all. All right, y'all. Chicken, gotta go. I'm gonna give you a little neck nap. All right, take care.
Alright, so if you did enjoy the video, I have a video right for you on the screen. This is the one that YouTube thinks you will enjoy the most. It's right in the middle of the screen, and right below it, you'll see a subscribe button. That's not required, but